Hey everyone, how you doing? Today I'm trying something different, I guess. I've got my doggies here, and we're going to be reacting, or I'm going to be reacting, to The Bad Batch. The premiere dropped a couple hours ago. I'm super excited. I want to give this a go. I don't know how everything looks, how the setup will go in the edit and everything. I hope it all looks fine, but I'm super excited for this show, and I know, like, reaction content is sort of hit or miss for people, but and I understand, I personally enjoy it, and I thought if there's one show on planet Earth that's coming out right now that is super appealing to me and I feel I can provide value for in a reaction, it would be this show, because I am so in on everything Star Wars, obviously, but everything Clone Wars specifically. So, hey, I thought if there's something out there that people would want to see what I have to say about, or what I feel about whatever the hell happens, it would be this. I don't know how long the actual reaction part of this will go for. I'm only going to show shit if I react to it. So, I don't know. It might be like 1 minute long if nothing happens. I got no idea. But anyway, the actual Bad Batch show, I'm super excited. I know, the main thing I think that a lot of people were going into Rebels, people were tuning into Rebels. I love Rebels. People were tuning into that show, I think, a lot to just see, I just want to see the Clone Wars characters. I just want to see Ahsoka. And that show delivered in that respect totally. But by the end of Rebels, at least if you're a sane human being, you love the Ghost Crew as well. You love that Rebels cast. And I think the same thing's going to happen with the Bad Batch, hopefully. Hopefully by the end of this show, sure, I'm here for the cool Clone Wars shit, and I like the Bad Batch fine as characters at this point. Hopefully by the end of this, because we know there's going to be 16 episodes this season, which is nuts. Hopefully by the end of this, I'll be in love with the Bad Batch as characters as well. But, yeah, I mean, that's sort of all you need to know going into it, I guess. But anyway, I got nothing else to say. Let's hit play. I don't think I've ever said on video, on the Cinema Effect podcast or anything, how much I hate's a strong word, how much I dislike this Star Wars Disney Plus intro. They're trying so hard to get me hyped. It's working. That's so cool.
Fronts across the galaxy. After the Jedi Knights thwarted an attempt to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh shit!
Evil droid General Grievous retreated to the
Dude, that's all.
with his legions of battle
That was all brand new animation from Revenge of the Sith events. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Classic Clone Wars, holy shit. We are firmly, right now, timeline-wise, in Revenge of the Sith.
Here. I'm here.
Caleb, where
Are you shitting me?
Don't worry. They're right behind me.
They're doing this to me in the first minute of the show, dude.
Where are they?
It's clones.
That's Freddie Prinze Jr. too.
Different.
Holy shit. Goddamn Kanan in this show, are you... Something's up, you're sensing it, bro.
Execute order
Oh shit.
66.
Dude, we're straight up getting, like, Kanan experiencing Order 66. Holy crap.
Come on down, kid. We're here to help.
Come on, you gotta hide a bit better than that. Bro, don't shoot him.
What are you doing? So just follow.
Oh shit, alright. Crosshair has the control chip. For sure. Oh, lovely.
Regs were programmed. Why didn't I react like the others? I'm more machine than man.
I was gonna say, you're basically a walking corpse, bro.
For safe and secure.
Society. And that's how liberty dies.
Think the regs are programmed?
Oh, they're loving it. They're loving it.
Hello.
Hey, boo.
What's that?
Causes her to wander.
Oh, come on, she's obviously a clone.
There is work to do.
Love me some Tarkin, man.
I shall be the judge of that, Prime Minister.
I didn't sort of think of that before, and that we were actually going to see not only the transition from clone troopers to stormtroopers, but the justification and stuff as well. It's cool.
Hello again.
Hey, bro. Come and sit with us and have some lunch.
Omega from earlier?
Come on, guys, be nice.
Some places to be.
No, I'll stay.
You
Dude,
want to sit with us?
take a hint, Omega. They don't want you there.
It's okay. It's me.
Is that the same droid that helped
Omega.
Fives, or have they all just got the same voice?
I
That'd
don't
be
like being
sick.
hooked up to their machines.
189624649.
Oh my god, it's the same droid, right? That's awesome. Oh my god, dude. Shout out to the score, man. It's been banging this entire time so far.
The value of all play. You may begin.
You may fire when ready. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Definitely a step below Mandalorian Dark Troopers, but makes a lot of sense. Really cool. Oh, German suplex, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. This show's delivering in the fun action department right now. This is great.
How many of these
Shout out to the
advanced
depth of
drones
field right now, by the
do you
way.
possess?
Clone Wars took forever to introduce depth of field into its animation. Makes it look way better.
They could be an.
To the Onderon sector. They must be dealt
Oh,
with.
What sort of insurgents?
Saw Gerrera, baby.
Separatist
Actually cried.
Hey, we both did.
There's no room on board for that.
Hunter!
God damn this kid! Leave us alone!
Distance.
I see him there. I see the big man right there. You're not fooling me. I like this a lot. It's the Clone Wars voice actor for sort of doing a bit of a Forrest Whitaker sort of thing to
Are these people?
make the transition between the two. It's cool.
Villagers, croppers, former Republic fighters.
Oh, lovely. Nice shot.
She's one of us.
Hell yeah.
We're not leaving her there.
Even though she was a pain in the ass. But you gotta do what you gotta do. How dare you, sir? Do you know what that droid went through with Fives, man? Disrespect. Damn. I mean, I haven't said it yet. This show looks gorgeous. Looks incredible.
Console and hit the lever to lower the ray shield.
Activate ray shields. Oh shit.
Is that crosshair?
Oh, Jesus. What is that armor, dude? Alright. I wasn't expecting the group to be split up like this. In the first episode, Crosshair is a villain here, man.
What about your friends? Could any of them help us?
That would be a short list.
Oh, but there's...
I can think of one.
Hell yeah, I can, dude.
Force 19. Jen.
Oh, God. Hyperspace jumping gets me every time, man. Punch it. Punch it. Cool. Very, very cool stuff, dude. Alright. That was a packed first episode of The Bad Batch. I should have... I knew it was going to be like 75 minutes long, but I also didn't think to take notes. I feel like I should have, because I don't even know where to begin. There was a ton in there. The story is really taking off. I'm in. That was a great, great premiere. I really couldn't have hoped for much more than that. You know, in terms of looking for connections to other shows, spending a ton of time with Kanan at the start and his master, experiencing Order 66 there with him was really cool. Not expecting that at all. And, you know, given the events of that and how they sort of set the plot in motion for this episode, I'd definitely expect to see Kanan again, which is really exciting. And I guess that just shows that they're more than willing to bring in these different characters from other shows if it enhances the story, which is great. And already this episode, and we've got so many more episodes to go, so it's only going to continue, but I'm so in on the Bad Batch, or like more than I already was now. That was a great episode for their dynamic. You know, some of Wrecker's lines are sort of meh, and they don't all hit for me. They're probably appealed to a younger audience. I understand that. That's fine. Omega, you know, for young kid characters getting introduced into Star Wars and sort of being shit on a lot, you know, everyone shat on Ahsoka at first. Everyone shat on Ezra. that's sort of the way it goes. And I understand some of those points. Those characters develop into something terrific, but Omega from the start being that sort of kid character for this show, really, really enjoyed Omega. I don't know, I thought she held her own. She had sort of her own assertiveness, her own charm. I thought she wasn't annoying by any means. She was annoying to the Bad Batch. I didn't find her annoying, though. So that was awesome. And Kevin Kiner, dude, with the score. This is one of the main things I was most excited about when it comes to watching the Bad Batch on a weekly basis, is that once again in my life, I can have a weekly Kevin Kiner score. It was sensational. Absolutely loved it. I love the Bad Batch's main theme that plays a ton. Great stuff. Great action. When it comes to the plot as well, really, really interesting. I was not expecting any of them to be split apart this early in the show at all. I mean, if I were to start, I don't know, predicting where a show like this could go, I'd say, I don't know, in season 3 they might split up or something, but Crosshair already being pinned as a villain for this series is cool, and I presume it'll be sort of a longer character plot thing to be able to get him back in the team, mess with his inhibitor chip, and I would not be surprised, hey, the friend at the end, I didn't recognise the planet name that Hunter mentioned there at the end, but the one friend I can think of, it's got to be Rex, right? It's got to be Rex. Or, I mean, yeah, no, it's Rex. Like, I don't know. I guess it could be someone else. They could have met plenty of people, I guess, but you'd assume it's Rex. We know for sure they were buddies. So that's tremendously exciting to get him in the show. And, you know, I haven't really thought about this or talked about this explicitly, but I guess just in these discussions after the episodes, when I'm just rambling about potential stuff that could happen and theorizing speculation, I guess I am just going to spoil other Star Wars shows. So, should I? Oh, no, screw it. I'm going to, because, I don't know, I feel like if you haven't seen other Star Wars shows, sorry, I'm just going to spoil it in these discussions, right? The really interesting thing about having Gregor and, of course, Wolf show up in Star Wars Rebels with Rex is that we never saw Rex Clone Wars final season. The whole thing was Rex getting his chip removed, teaming up with Ahsoka at the end. So, but we never saw how Gregor or Wolf, those two clones, had their chips removed. In Rebels, by the time we get there, their chips were removed. They were cool chilling with Rex. We never saw or have heard about how that happened in the story, in canon or anything like that. So I think it makes a ton of sense if they were to go right now, potentially next episode, go visit Rex, then help Rex find Wolf or Gregor, get the chips out of them, and that's how they learn, okay, they learn about the chips, we can get the chips out of our brother, we can go and help Crosshair, and then that's sort of what sparks them to go back for Crosshair and save him from the chip as well, so he's not being mind-controlled by the Empire there. What else? I really liked the episode introduction with the Clone Wars fading into the Bad Batch logo is hype as, dude, it's so cool. And getting Tom Kane back as the narrator for this show. I didn't know how they were going to handle this show. If they were going to do... Because Rebels had the weird just little intro logo thing show up. Clone Wars, of course, is a classic intro. This show, still keeping with the narrator, which is cool. We'll see if that sticks in coming episodes. What else happened? Tarkin was there a lot. That was cool. I mean, he was in the trailers a lot. But, I mean, speaking of the trailers, the exciting thing is that I haven't watched every single trailer. I know there's been a ton, but I sort of stopped paying attention after the last big one. And that premiere already had probably, I don't know, 80% of the trailer footage I've already seen, which is really exciting. Like I said, we've got 16 episodes of this show that are going to be releasing. It's really exciting. Genuinely, I think I saw a ton of the trailer footage in there. I know there was a bit more trailer footage of them on another planet that I haven't seen yet. Outside of that, I love when they're cautious in what they show in trailers like that, because now, for the rest of the season, I'm going in pretty much blind, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I don't know. Really, really great episode. And of course, shout out to D. Bradley Baker as always. I can take my headphones off now. I don't know. I've still got them on. Shout out to D. Bradley Baker as always. When we did the Clone Wars episode for Cinema Effect, the podcast, you know, I thought I had a great time discussing that with Jaden. But one thing that, and it still haunts me sometimes, I still think about it whenever I think about D. Bradley Baker. The thing that haunts me is that I forgot to mention in the episode how good D. Bradley Baker is, of course, not just in that Clone Wars season, but throughout the entire show, and in Rebels. So, you know, to have him back on a weekly basis playing these characters again is so phenomenal. The fact that he plays every single clone trooper and he makes them all feel unique and makes me care about all of them, it's remarkable. And the best compliment I can give to him as a performer in that role is the fact that I completely forget I'm listening to him just constantly. Like, all these characters interacting with each other are just him talking to himself, you know. So, and I don't notice that, and that's what's so crazy about it. So shout out to him, of course. Is that it? I think I covered it. I don't know. I'm really excited for where this show goes. Like I said at the start, I'm here because it's Clone Wars sequel show. Wasn't necessarily in on the Bad Batch 100% as characters. This episode did the most in that regard that I could have ever possibly hoped for. I'm in on their story. I want to know what's going down with Omega. We'll probably learn more about her backstory a little bit and see where she goes. And I just like the general sort of an obvious, I guess, thematic route they're taking with this show, being the fact that there's already tons of moments and lines of dialogue in this episode that allude to this, but the idea, of course, that the Bad Batch are a, you know, modified group of clones, they're different, right? And they're sort of poked fun at and looked down upon in the Empire and amongst their peers and other clones because of that. And it's obviously that parallel to being different or having a disability in real life or anything of that nature, right? You know, being looked down upon for being different, but then, you know, your differences are actually what make you special, you know, and what give you strength and all that kind of thing. And I mean, it's obvious, right? But I don't know. I think it's a narrative idea we see a lot, but I haven't really seen explored in Star Wars that much. So, and I think it's going to be sort of the heart, I guess, of the whole show. So I think that's really cool as well. It's worth pointing out. My doggies haven't gotten up, surprisingly. I thought I was going to have to get up in the middle of the episode, but apparently not. So I think I'm done here. All right. I hope someone enjoyed this. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, I mean, I'm planning on being here for the next episode. So yeah, I'll see you all later. Listen to the Cinema Effect podcast, by the way. Check us out over there. All right. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.